Hey, what up? Welcome to the double dusted discussion with your boy, the South Bows. Hold it down. Got Donnie and Big Lynch here, all three of us. I was sick, and then Lynch was sick because he's always one step behind me. And
one step, 1 foot, 1 foot, only one step, baby.
And then I was out of town. Now I'm back. I took a little flight to LA, handled some stuff, and I don't know if you know this, but the in-flight food that I had, I went off. I spent $220,000 on in-flight food. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. Imagine I did. You know who did that?
Who?
The Prime Minister of Canada.
Your guy.
Justin Trudeau.
Your guy.
Wild. Your guy. That's your
Lynch
guy.
says that about every single
No,
guy. I
that's
get a
your
call
guy.
from
Yeah,
Lynch. I
every
get a
time.
call from Lynch. This one actually is my guy.
That
He's
is your
not,
guy,
he's not
yeah.
though. He's not actually, but like Lynch always hits me.
8
And he'll
years
call
ago
me up.
he
He'll be
was.
like, yo, you see your boy? And I'll be like, what? He's like, yo, you didn't see your boy?
Charles
And I'm
Manson.
like, who? And he's like, your boy.
Your
And
boy.
then it could be like the Prime Minister of Canada, or it could be some fucking dork from.
You're breaking bread
Camp.
with the Prime Minister, okay? So he is technically your boy.
Breaking-
What's crazy?
breaking
What's
mud,
crazy
so.
about that is the Prime Minister of Canada broke bread with me.
That's true.
Like he came to me. Came to my brother.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. If you look it up, you'll see a picture of me with the Prime Minister.
And
on
in this
TMZ.
climate, they would never.
And your blood.
8 years ago, they were down. 2020.
Oh, in 2016, it was jokes. I was like, yo, you see, he's wearing Chewbacca socks.
You're like,
now,
No, he's like, nah, can't go to.
well,
And it-
now
and
I
it's
have
funny.
friends. Yeah.
you're like in a video being like, all these bitches. And then the prime minister's like, I'll take a picture with you now.
Sure. Yeah.
Now,
Well,
bro?
to be fair, he's probably taking pictures with much worse. And he did wear blackface. So.
Fuck you mean much worse?
Okay. So did Harley. So what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Fuck
but Harley,
you, so did Harley.
Harley admitted to it and talked about it on the podcast and made his apologies and amends to everyone about it.
Yes.
Secretly,
Okay.
he was like, I don't give a shit.
did control the narrative on my blackface.
I don't want to be on the type of podcast that we're creating right now. Let's
What?
continue with
It's
the
weird.
story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's continue. So.
220K on
The
on
Prime
that
Minister
trip.
of Canada spent $220K on in-flight food. And that's what's crazy because you know he's got the whole squad. Were you fucking Birdman on the PJ, bro? Birdman on the private jet with like Young Thug and all the boys. Even then, all the
wouldn't-
blow you could
they wouldn't
imagine. Yeah, it's not even 220K.
Well, what about champagne? Like, there's like an alcohol. I feel like you're on a plane. For some reason, plane and champagne are going together in my head right now, and I don't know if it's because
Even
they
if
rhyme.
you had a glass that was $1,000, are you really going to be like, can I have 219 more?
No,
of
there's
those,
like
please?"
brisket. They were going off on some like next shit. They were like, oh, we're having beef brisket with mashed parsley potatoes and truffle oil, pan fried beef tenderloin with port wine sauce, braised lamb shanks with steamed broccoli and boiled baby potatoes, and baked. This is actually the
Okay, so
this
we're
is
at
the one
like,
that
we're
pushed
at
people
like
over the edge.
we're at like $512.
This is what
right
pushed
now.
people over
in
the
one
edge. though.
meal.
Baked
What?
cheesecake with pistachio brittle. That's where people lost their fucking mind. That's where you lose everyone. All the other ones, I'm like, okay, that's some high end shit. But now you're getting baked cheesecake with
Honestly,
pistachio brittle. Sounds
think
fire.
It's so crazy, bro. It's
Sounds so
literally, I
good.
hear your mouth getting wet.
It is.
Just
It's
talk about what
I want it. Listen.
Prime Minister's chilling 220K on baked cheesecake with pistachio brittle and mashed parsley potatoes with truffle oil.
I'm
Hey,
in the
you're
wrong.
over here salivating?
I don't
I'm in the
even-
wrong. I'm in the wrong business. Clearly, I should.
I don't even- yeah,
You-
work
are
in
you
government.
are you salivating over what the Prime Minister's putting in his mouth?
Nah,
That's crazy,
nah,
dude.
I
I find that-
I
I
want to
find
get my.
it to be so crazy. Like your mouth is wet just thinking about what the Prime Minister's putting in his mouth.
This is why he's fucking up. I'm gonna tell you right now. Aside from your stupid story there, but I'll tell you what. This is why he's fucking up because like he's got to do how Trump does it. Trump, he gets on the Air Force One and he's like, let me roll with some McChickens or
Yep.
like a Big Mac, and like you got to do the optics. You can't just like go on there. He's really going for it. Like all that stuff I listed, like you just know it's expensive. Like what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
especially on an
Yeah.
airplane.
get a Big Mac meal every once in a while. Like, can we
Yeah,
maybe
no,
like
but-
can we get like the value menu's
Third-
back, dude? The value
He's got
menu is back.
37 to 72 different people had come through
So,
that
dude,
plane.
220,000 divided by 72.
I tried to do this math. It's very
No, there
hard
was
to figure
one-
out what it is.
There was
Either
one,
way, it's
and there
too
was
much.
one catering bill that was $85,000 alone.
Listen, some of that shit you're describing is expensive on the ground. So I
Yeah.
imagine it's even more expensive in the air. I also feel like you hear that number and you're blown away. But when you look at these sort of government budget, like it's expensive, but I'd rather the prime minister be eating that than McDonald's, and I don't think
me.
it's
Yeah,
that.
you want your prime minister well fed, eh?
I do.
You want his belly full when he fucks you.
Yeah, and I want him to be the type of guy that wants to eat good food too. I don't want to elect the guy that's addicted to fucking fast food.
Really? So
Yes.
you're okay with blackface. You're okay with a few other things as long as he's eating good.
First of
you're
all,
cool.
he didn't say that.
I think he did. Yeah.
But secondly,
He kinda did, though.
secondly,
He's kind of like low key.
you also,
like,
but you were like when he made the point that he doesn't want his country's leader to be addicted to fast food.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Like what's crazy is that if you did get beef brisket, parsley, potatoes for 72 people, think of a wedding. Like you're not spending $220K on that. Like it's not.
If your wedding was on a
This
private
guy had
jet, you might
this
be.
guy had Gordon Ramsay come here on the plane with a fucking banana squished between his butt cheeks, butt naked in the cockpit. Port wine sauce, beef tenderloin, baked cheesecake, pistachio brittle, banana between the butt cheeks. Hell's Kitchen
I'll tell you what's crazy.
in the air.
This is
Yeah, this is
Today
like-
on Epic Meal Time, we're fucking going off.
This is like slam poetry, right?
Yeah.
It felt like it. It felt like it. I didn't know where it was going.
I'll tell you what's crazy is that the problem with this move and why it's bad optically and probably just bad governance anyways is like they
You slid that in there.
this is like the second catering scandal we've had
Okay.
from the liberal government. And we're not here to pick sides at all.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
not in any way. But what I'll say is like if someone else did this, like I want to say like a deputy
Like who,
minister or something
Pierre?
like that. No,
Your boy?
no,
Your
it
boy?
No, this happened.
Let's get your boy on
Yeah,
the
let's
horn
get
now.
your boy on the horn and talk about union busting.
I'm just a centrist. I'm just right down the middle, guys. Okay.
Sure.
But
Down
this
the middle
happened
of a
before.
Pizza.
Someone did like a deputy minister or something that spent like $100K on like a 2-day trip or something, and then people lost their fucking minds.
Is
They had to come
on
out and
food?
apologize on food. It was like on a catering bill. It was so.
This is dirty. This part
it
of the
was
story
more
actually
outlandish
has
than this.
information. But this part of the story has information that's makes me angrier.
Yeah.
This one, it's referencing that it was served on fine china.
Oh shit.
So like when you're paying
Oh.
220K, you're like, I want to have a baked cheesecake with pistachio brittle on a specific
Oh,
vessel. I want the finest vessel.
there's another detail I don't like.
I
also.
want a banana split out Gordon Ramsay butt.
And
cheek.
Donnie's gonna love this part. Donnie's gonna be down with this, but I don't like this. This is pissing me off here. He's also really partial to flow water. It's
Mhm.
like premium alkaline spring water, and like
You say
only-
you mean the prime minister?
the prime minister only gets down with flow water. That's it.
Okay.
So we're paying like $5 a carton, like just for him to drink alkaline water. Like, can we maybe just?
I'm sure they're getting a bulk deal.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you like just
Don't-
making shit up to
Yeah,
suck off the
yeah,
prime
Donnie,
minister?
oh,
You
no.
both
Yeah,
make
no,
these
I'm
shit
sure.
up.
I'm sure
deal,
he gets
yeah.
it at. I'm sure he gets it at 7-Eleven, one box at a
The
time.
first of all, he definitely doesn't get a bulk deal.
He definitely, obviously, doesn't
This
care.
is the taxpayers' money. We got to spend the most amount of money
He
possible.
doesn't care.
Don't you get this, Donnie? This is how government works. You
What's
have to
crazy
pay
is
a
how much
premium.
of this food got thrown in the garbage.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
don't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
don't-
a fact.
Don't be spreading that he drinks flow water because the fucking Russians are gonna put whatever the fuck in it.
They're
Polonium.
gonna put China's weapons in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So Donnie, you're happy.
But-
So I just want to make sure. I want to get this clear. Donnie's happy that there's a $220,000 catering.
Yo,
bill.
$220,000 worth of fucking private jet catering. That's a cop, right?
Bro, he
there.
likes his. Yeah, he
That's
likes,
a
Copper
cop
he
for
likes
you,
his
but you're
prime
not
minister
involved.
acting. He likes
Yeah.
his prime minister acting like he's the fucking CEO of Cash Money Records for the 9-9.
No, I definitely want him on fucking WestJet eating cheeseburgers. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Who cares about that? Fucking cheeseburgers are chill. Like, I understand why you're mad at
they're-
cheeseburgers.
Plus,
Like his brain's not going to be. He can't lead the country unless he's got a good brain food like baked cheesecake with pistachio brittle.
The baked cheesecake. Come on, that's aggressive, Donnie. You got to.
You just want to front. You just want to front on some Americans. You want to be like, what did your fucking country's leader eat today?
exactly.
My name fucking pistachio brittle. I'm curious, Lynch. what's up with you though? You haven't been able to drink your water, eh?
Me? I've been living.
What's going on in Calgary? I hear some shit's going on with the water.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I gotta.
You don't want to tell us about that, though. Hey, Calgary, that's sick right now. Hey, I like it.
He's got a tall glass of
no, we're good. We're
flow
good.
alkaline water.
No,
that flow, like you're mad at the prime minister.
This is
bro?
reverse.
He bought that for
water,
Calgary, dude. He bought that because you don't have water. He got that water for you.
He would never. First of all, the prime minister would never drink Calgary water. That's a fact.
He bought flow water on his private jet there, and he went to the bathroom with it and opened it up.
Poured it out
and poured it in the toilet bowl.
He washed his dick in the sink.
What are you laughing at, Donnie? He fucked you with that dick. That clean dick.
I should shout out Flow Water because back in the day when they first launched, they did send us a couple crates. So
I should shout out Clean Dicks.
Yeah, yours is looking so clean after your last trip.
Who told you that? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a big news, and you know what? This is what he should have done. And here's something in all seriousness. He should have parked the plane and popped into a Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat buffet because Pizza Hut buffet is back, baby. We're here, and I know we've talked about Pizza Hut's been struggling. Okay.
Oh wait, so he shouldn't do that. This is just a big segue thing.
No, he should.
Okay.
No, he should.
I was like, go on.
Think about how much money. Think about it. Think about how much he'd be saving. He'd probably pay what's the buffet, like $10?
Oh, he should have the Pizza Hut buffet on his private jet,
and then show up
for
at
$1,000.
Yeah.
Everywhere he flies, 10 people could pay $1,000 to go with the prime minister and eat Pizza Hut.
Dude, he could cut a deal. Donnie thinks he's cutting deals with everyone. Oh, you can cut a deal with the water company.
He should be on the plane and he should Uber Eats it, and Uber Eats should come in another plane and do like a sky hook.
Come in another plane.
Well, one at a time.
Let me come in this one first.
Okay. Sky hook it with the prime minister's plane.
Pizza Hut Uber delivery by plane sounds mad expensive. That'd probably add to the bill.
He deserves
honestly.
it.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Pizza Hut buffet? I think it's one of the best calls.
Sick.
One of the best calls in history for that.
When I was in England, I walked by a Pizza Hut buffet. It was fully operational. Looked inside, people were there. Pizza Hut buffet was set up, and the chandeliers over the tables were that 90s stained glass style. I couldn't believe it. The cups were those red.
Try to buy one.
Transparent red cups. Ruby. It was all fucking crazy.
Yeah, buy one of those.
And they were there.
Man,
why did you try and do that? To eat it on the podcast?
Just to have it next to my bed.
That'd sick.
Like a lamp, like a lampshade.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah. But it was expensive.
So it was like the price did not make sense. I was like, this is stupid. I don't want this now.
Like some people have like a sex swing or like a mirror on the ceiling. Lynch wants to like set up the mood for when he's eating pizza in bed.
I want to be buried in fast food nostalgia. Nostalgia? Yeah.
You got it.
I want to like feel. I want to walk in my room and just feel like, oh, this is. It's like those people who build like blockbusters in their basements. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna bring it back to the 90s. No, I saw a guy. He had a family and stuff. He just like also had a blockbuster in his basement, which I thought was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Blockbuster.
Like he also, if it's the same guy that I think it is, he also didn't just have a blockbuster. He had like a whole gaming room.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the blockbuster was like it was a corner. It looked like the movie, like adults only section, but it was cool. But it wasn't even the main thing he was doing. He was like, here's where we play the games, and here's where I play my computer games. And this is where me and my wife play. But yeah.
I think Pizza, they're like, they should be pushing this way harder. I think the only problem they're going to run into, and they might have to fear this, is that we just saw a shrimp bankruptcy happen. Like, that just happened, right? Red Lobster went bankrupt because
bankruptcy?
Of shrimp. Oh, yeah. They went bankrupt because they were giving all you can eat
Pizza Hut buffet doesn't put shrimp on their pizza.
No, I know that, but like, I mean,
where are we going right now?
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I think Pizza Hut's dipping their toe, but they're a little scared they might go bankrupt. They start offering all you can eat because, like, let's be real, people are fucking. Because,
like, bro, we eat a lot, dude. We eat a lot.
Yeah, like, what are you willing to pay for a Pizza Hut buffet? What's the price that you're willing to pay?
Well, Pizza Hut buffet used to be like a $7.99 thing,
Yeah, but that's when
it's definitely $19.99.
Gotta be $20.
If it was a $14.99 thing, that would be insane. And I don't see that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was $29.99.
You can't do that.
That would be crazy.
That is too much. That is too much. That is too much.
Right. How much pizza can you eat?
Yeah, but it can't go up
a lot. Excluded.
I can eat a lot of pizza.
I know, but like, how much do you want to eat? I don't know.
Like
where I'm going
when I'm full. Let's say I ate dinner. like 20 minutes
Yeah,
ago,
okay,
and
yeah.
I ate till I was full. And then someone came over and they had a fresh pizza that I like. I would be too full to eat the normal amount, but I would eat 6 slices.
Yeah.
I agree, and we covered this when Harley was.
If it's
Harley
a good pizza.
died last episode. We covered this. This like, it's the same concept of when you eat the cereal, and you go too far with the milk and cereal.
When you
Like,
eat the
if the pi-
poo-poo.
if the pizza shows up,
When you eat the pizza,
if the
remember
pizza
eat
shows
the
up,
poo-poo?
if the
Eat
pizza shows
poo-poo
up,
is fire.
full or not, like the pizza, you have to just smelling the pizza alone triggers an extra 30% in your stomach, no matter what you do, and your brain
Yeah.
tricks your stomach. It's like, oh, the pizza's here now. I gotta. It's almost like dessert stomach. You know, you have dessert stomach. You have like regular meal stomach, and then you got room for dessert always. Like there's always room for dessert, unless you're like, I don't know.
And
Unless
there's
you wait
some
too
desserts. Some desserts that could reset you back to being hungry for your food again.
That's a fact. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, too much sweet, then you're like, I guess I need another slice of pizza.
Look at Donnie. He's just being sick right now.
Yeah,
Why?
he hates us. Yeah,
He's being sick that we're here talking about all the times we indulge for our bellies.
He's pissed
No,
about
I'm-
that.
Thinking about the blondie I ate at 4 a.m.
Donnie's like I feel like Donnie's like he's secretly trying to assimilate with the podcast. He's like, oh, I had a blondie at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you did the shit, bro.
I went to the drive-through and turned away, and it's like, bro, stop lying. Stop
Yeah.
lying. You had like cherries.
Those are
Oh, this guy came to my
opposite.
house. He's like, "You got a bar for me?" And I pulled out these big, muscly bars for Protein Boys, and he was like, "You have like a granola or something." Walked
You
like,
got
he's like,
cashews,
he
maybe?
walked
You got
like,
some
bro,
cashews?
no, he
That's a
walked like
true
yogurt,
story.
little strawberries covered in yogurt. That's what this guy took. That's what he chose.
Yeah,
I can't even argue. This is all true.
Yeah, no, they're delicious. Though it's a fucking great snack.
Yeah.
Been banging those out, banging those bad boys out.
Banging
I
them
know what you're talking
blondies.
about.
Yeah. But the Pizza Hut buffet, very chill. And this is one thing that I always missed about Toronto is that when like people are always like, oh, Toronto sucks. And everyone in Canada says that, but like Toronto's great. And what I like about Toronto is if something's happening in like LA, New York, Toronto's actually like next.
Yeah.
And so there's always something happening in Toronto. And the Pizza Hut buffet is there. With the usual suspects. What? Why did I say it like that? Suspects. With the usual suspects. Hawaii and New Hampshire. No, they're not the usual suspects. But Toronto, Tennessee, New Hampshire, Hawaii, pulling up. The Pizza Hut buffet is back. If I were Mr. Beast, I would have Mr. Beast buffet. And I would open up buffet chains. And I would collaborate with Minecraft. And I would have Minecraft tables. And pizza buffet, ice cream buffet.
What's happening right now?
And if you're autistic, you
Yeah.
get half off.
So everyone.
But we can't. But yeah, so Pizza Hut buffet though, sick. I'll drive to Toronto for
They
that.
gotta do more of it. I think they gotta bring it back in a big way. I do think they're scared of the.
What do you mean bring it back in a big way? They're bringing the Pizza Hut buffet
But
back. What do you mean a
there's-
big way? You
No,
want it
because
bigger?
in a big way would be like every city I go to, I can get Pizza Hut buffet.
Yeah.
That's such a
it just-
crazy ask, though. They're just going to open up 660 Pizza Hut buffets.
I think
No,
pizza,
just-
I think
just
Pizza Hut
transform the
it's having
Pizza
a,
Huts.
it's having a rough time. They're having a rough time.
So they should open up 600 buffets.
I think so. I think so. I mean, these fast food places have already proven to us that it's not like they're concerned for our health in any way. I mean, like, have you seen these monstrosities they release? Like, we've been covering all these stories. Like, they're releasing the most obnoxious, ridiculous things. Like, I did that remix menu. No one needed the remix menu. Not a single person required this remix menu from McDonald's. Somehow they're like, let's do this. It's like, this is not getting better. It's like we're getting worse. So just
Yeah, the
fuck it.
remix menu was the McDonald's in Canada had like this grandma's apple pie.
You're wrong. Apple pie,
McFlurry.
McFlurry, surf and turf burger,
What was I wrong
land,
about?
sea, air.
What was I wrong about?
Grandma's. You're thinking about two different things. Grandma's McFlurry was a separate item that they released.
That wasn't part of the
No,
remix.
that
thing?
was
No,
can't.
it's the
Grandma's.
apple pie.
You don't open Grandma's purse to find an apple pie. You open it to find hard candy. That's your-
Anyways, I was just catching up the people that were listening, and we
Yeah.
definitely made it far.
well,
more
we got to get the
confusing.
facts straight. Okay, this is the number one.
Yeah.
This is the number one
Anyways,
food
talking
news
about it was
podcast
some
out
stuff
there
they
right now.
did.
You gotta
Yeah,
listen
just
up.
catching people up.
No, sure, yeah.
Ever.
But, yeah, it
Not
was,
right now, ever.
McDonald's had these they're taking some risky moves in Canada, but that aren't even that risky or compelling, and they're just doing it just to do shit. to have little
They're
like,
putting
press
Cheez-Its
releases.
and Taco Bell and like in Crunchwrap Supremes. Like they're just fucking around at this point.
Bro, that was
honestly.
everywhere. That was everywhere when I was in LA. But I swerved on that and got a burrito ramen at Del Taco.
Well, you're a Del Taco king. We know
You
that.
should have seen the fucking ramen and noodles in there. They look like they've been chilling in the burrito for like a week. They looked like tapeworms.
Yeah.
Not one of them was longer than an inch.
Oh,
Like you're eating ramen, so it's like little noodles,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
little tapeworms.
But that don't you see? They're just fucking.
Little
with us.
tapeworm.
Are they fucking with us? Do you agree that they're
tapeworm.
they're fucking around? Like it's 2024. Like
Wait,
back
you're
in the
getting a
90s.
Pizza Hut buffet in Toronto.
Yeah, we need that. We need to go
Yeah.
back to the basics.
Well, also everything's kind of 90s right now. 90s is really slapping for like the last 2 years, and also everyone's broke because of inflation. I think they could skimflate the ingredients and like it's
There
not
we
like,
are.
but I'm just saying it's not like we have to find out if the buffet is a sustainable profit model. There's a
Well,
million
they do.
places-
They're a publicly traded company, of course.
No,
they
but
have
a
to know
million
whether it's
places
profitable.
already do buffet. We know it works. You go, you pay a flat rate. You think you're going to eat so much, you end up eating not that much compared to the cost.
This is
that-
just
No,
so we
no, you're
talk.
not.
This is just so we talk about Pizza Hut. It's not because the buffet is such a great thing.
no.
mean,
It's
Pizza
I'm not
Hut-
saying
Pizza
like
Hut-
Lynch
my
is worried
Pizza
about
Hut-
them going bankrupt.
I think
but
that's a concern. Yes,
We know the buffet works.
I'm
I
not
think
worried.
they're-
I'm not
they're gonna be
worried for them.
fine.
I'm
No, the
pointing out
buffet doesn't work.
it doesn't. Yeah,
The buffet doesn't work.
it's a
How
loss
does
leader. Is that they can't?
The
It's hard to
buffet
make-
Are you
worked.
sure
The
about
buffet
that?
worked. The buffet worked when people were going and eating at Pizza Hut. But you don't. No one eats at Pizza Hut. No one goes to a place and sits down with their family and eats pizza.
Right.
Like you order it. That's like, and it used to not be like that. Pizza Hut.
If
had
it
this
was
whole thing in the
$7.99, people
90s.
would though.
Pizza Hut was like getting people like families, two
Yeah.
families, like at a Pizza Hut, not even buffet hours.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
$7.99 people would go out and eat there if that was.
What
the
are you,
cost.
Lynch? You're making shit up. You know, there's not gonna be 600 Pizza Hut buffets for $6.99. It's like a
Yeah.
crazy world that you.
No,
wish
I
it
agree.
was.
It's gonna be
not
$20. So no, I understand. I'm just saying that if they were able to price it like in under $10 or $9.99, they would be filling those restaurants.
You
If
want
it is
them to go
$9.99,
bankrupt.
if it was $9.99, it's more so even just to.
I have no
people
allegiance
talking.
to a big corporate. I'm just saying that like they have to also appease to
Your
the-
boy does.
There's three pillars. There's the customer, there's the actual like company, and then there's the franchisees, and you have to consider all of their perspectives when they're making these decisions. It's like this McDonald's value menu, this $5 value menu. Not everyone's happy about this at McDonald's. If you own a McDonald's and they're like, hey, here's what you got to give now, right? This is like a national campaign that they're dictating to you. You care about your business, your McDonald's.
All your employees are going to be annoyed for the next 2 months, and the money's not going to be any different for you.
Well, this is the big thing that they're saying is that like and McDonald's specifically has been getting, I think, the most heat.
So,
because-
by the way, guys, the McDonald's has a $5 meal deal,
official.
special thing for $5. We spoke about it before, but now it's actually going live.
Yeah.
It's
and,
going down.
Live.
and
Yeah,
it's,
since yesterday.
and it's basically you pick one of two burgers, so a McDouble or a McChicken, and you get a small fry, a 4-piece chicken McNugget, and a small drink for $5. And so it's only going to be there for like a month, I think. It's starting in July, I believe, or no?
I never understand
No,
this shit,
June
though.
25th. So it
Do
started
they,
now.
do they make special items to fit the price on this menu, or is it they take items that are on their menu and they bundle them for this price?
They're just bundling here.
They're bundling.
Yeah.
They're just bundling, but like what's interesting
Shows
is that
you how much
McDonald's
they rip us off on the regular price, you know?
I mean, a large fry is pretty expensive these days. I got one the other day, but like what's interesting about this is that McDonald's is having to run counter PR because their PR has been so bad. Like this value menu stuff kind of popped up and like we've been talking about like Burger King's jumping in, Wendy's jumping in. Even, funny enough, Starbucks thinks they're somehow jumping into the value menu. I'm like, impossible to be a value menu if you have a tip option. Not possible. You can't be value if you demand a tip every time someone comes in. And I was like, haha, amazing that Starbucks thinks they're getting in on this, but sure. But this, they're saying, people are saying that
You
the
never
Big
tip
Mac-
your barista?
every time. But I'm just saying you can't be value if you're asking for a tip. I tip every time because I'm controlled by the machine. The machine controls my decision making. If you show me a machine and it says, here are your tip options, I'm automatically pressing a button. I am
What
conditioned.
if you saw
to
a
press
machine that told you to suck the president's dick?
button. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. All of a sudden, you're the fucking John Connor now, right?
I
Ready
can't
to
do
fight
that.
the war against
Yeah,
the robots.
I can't, I can't, like, it's like a tip. It's like the psychology is completely different. You guys claimed with your completely accurate rendition of that.
Fuck, right. I can hear it like so like
I know, I was jamming in my head to it.
me too.
And you at home, you're listening to it too in your brain?
No, Lynch just inserted it into the fucking thing as he coyly takes a sip.
You literally can't do that.
We can play
You can
1
for a second and a half, bro. You're so
No.
scared, dude. You're scared the president's gonna come get you, eh?
no, I'm not
President
scared.
of fucking.
I'm scared of the tipping option, actually.
Would you rather the president of the United States of America
Joe Biden.
feeds you McDonald's every single night for a year,
Mm-hmm.
or you're allowed to do this. Everyone's cool with it. Or you tag team a hot chick with the Prime Minister of Canada 2 weekends in a row.
Okay. Would you rather a 83-year-old man stick his fingers in your mouth every night for a year?
Man, how you gotta share a hole with Trudeau?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it
we'd
seems
be,
like an
we'd be
easy
having some
choice.
fucking cheesecake with pistachio after. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
That
on the,
pistachio
you know,
brittle.
you'd be paying for it too.
Damn, that's true.
So
For what?
Sounds like a really bad would you rather.
Sounds like a win-win, right?
It sounds like a lose win.
You're like, I got a nut, Trudeau. I got lunch with the president at McDonald's.
Well, how much do you think McDonald's raised the price of a Big Mac since 2019?
Okay, price of a Big Mac in 2019, if I'm making everything up. 20, just a Big Mac, only the Big Mac.
Probably $9.99.
It's weird because it's like 60 cents more for a drink and a fry. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So wait, the
Yeah.
Big Mac, a Big Mac in 2020,
2019.
2019. COVID didn't happen yet.
No.
No.
A Big Mac is $8.59.
Probably $9.99 then, and probably like
You gotta think, like-
$12.50 now.
Well, they've been pushing back because someone did a report in 2019. They tried to cover the menu from then to now because there was this a really egregious picture that came out of like an $18 Big Mac in some market.
I know the picture, but it was wrong, that picture.
Yeah, it was like
They were showing how
it was
much
in
it
yen.
cost. They were showing how much it cost, though, and they were like, "Oh, this is like a McDonald's in Alaska military base that does-
Right.
or some shit." I
Exactly.
made
Yeah,
up that
it was-
part, but it was like, but I remember that they were like, "Yo, this is how much it changed the price. A Big Mac's $19.99."
So they're claiming here, they're claiming that in 2019 that the average from then to now, the McDonald's prices on average climbed 141.5% across
even
their
make sense.
across their iconic offerings.
I feel like
I'm getting confused. How much was a Big Mac in 2019?
So saying from $3.99 to $7.49, which I don't believe. A McChicken went up
$3.99?
200% according to $1.29 to $3.89.
Wait, what was $3.99?
A Big Mac in 2019.
In
A
the
Big Mac
US.
was US.
US. You got to consider
$3.99.
US prices, yeah.
Okay. A Big Mac was $3.99.
that still sounds so fucking.
No, that sounds very cheap.
Yeah, man. That was like has to have been more. I feel like it would be $7 in the US and probably 10 here.
Well, that's
I
why
would
see?
imagine that if it was $3.99, then that's what it was in January of 2019, and it had been that for 5 years or at least, and then they changed it they raised the price for the first time, and they did that before COVID, and then they saw everyone getting all these rice. Whoa, hey, how are you? Is that a ghost a ghost put his penis in my mouth?
Popping out.
I think like they lowered the price. They raised the price at the beginning of COVID, and then they saw how much people were raising their prices after COVID, and they wanted that, so they double raised. How much is a Big Mac now?
A Big Mac now is $8.29, I believe, and the meal is about
$3.99 to $8.29.
That's what they're claiming. But now McDonald's has come back. They're pushing back big time, and they're like, "Nah, this."
And
is
they're
a
saying
lot.
no.
It only
Push
went
it
up
back, Big Mac.
20%.
Oh.
Push it back, Big Mac.
They're like, we don't charge. You think we charge you guys? We wouldn't charge you guys that much for a Big Mac, unless you're the Prime Minister. Yeah, McDonald's $5. Cool.
So,
Big
but I
Mac's
want to
more
say they're
expensive.
blaming the franchisees also. They're like, no, it's them. They have autonomy over their pricing. They can do what they want.
Is that true?
I think there's some latitude there, just to a degree, but I still think it's pretty strict. Like I think it's
There's
So the
gotta be
McDonald's around
maximums.
here, the McDonald's
Like the
around
dog ate my
they're all
homework, bro.
they're all calling each other up, and they're like, "Bro, you ready to fucking raise the fucking Big Mac price right now?
What do you think?
Let's do it."
There's probably maximums and minimums of what they're allowed to do for each thing. But also
Yeah.
that bullshit photo.
No,
an
dude,
$18
I don't
Big
think so. I
Mac.
don't think it works like that. You got to do what Ronald says you do. It's not the fucking Diablo 3 marketplace. You can't just list your price for a Big Mac whatever you want. There's got to be a unified front at McDonald's. If I go to, I would never been like, oh, you're gonna at McDonald's. It's so much more expensive. It's like gas, buying gas. But like, oh, you got to buy it before you go in the city. McDonald's is more expensive. Well, that makes sense. Could be more expensive in the city.
Also,
But
you
it
wouldn't
depends.
notice if it was
It's
only
rare.
like, under $1.
Me?
I wouldn't.
I would have noticed 100 pennies. Me, a little Jewish child.
Yeah, people are mad at this because they're saying they only used one McDonald's store in LA to compare the prices, and they're basically saying a medium fry went from $1.79 to $4.19. A McChicken went from $1.29 to $3.89. A Big Mac.
I don't like these numbers. These are
$3.99
bothering
to
me.
$7.49.
Lies, nonsense. Like
10 McNuggets went from $4.49 to $7.58, and a cheeseburger went from $1 to $3.15.
got these cheeseburgers, man.
I think fries should be free. You guys are cutting up fucking potatoes and putting them in oil. Like
Yeah, they know.
roll 50 cents into the burger and I want free fucking fries.
They do that basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Not really. I
No, we were
often
just saying
buy.
that before, how the drink and fries is so cheap.
It's like literally like 78 cents for
What are you
both.
talking about? If you go and buy just a regular fry by itself, it's like $6 for a
That's
large
all we're
That's
fry.
talking
true.
about,
What
though.
kind of a fucking psychopath goes and only gets a fry?
I did the other day.
What do you like 14 with the change from lunch?
Well,
You choose
you know
between
what happened?
fries
I
or
can tell you
weed?
really easy. I can tell you what happened. I've been living the life. I've been living as you, Harley Morstein 2019 version, circa 2018, 2019, where you were eating on
Yeah,
average.
your dick sucked by the president.
No,
on
no.
Coke?
No, only one aspect of my life, and really it comes.
Oh,
down to
you're playing
this.
airsoft.
No, you were eating. No, I was like, no, you were eating on average like 20 popsicles a day, and I was so
I had
sick and I
such a
couldn't eat
killer.
food. I was
It's
so sick.
the corner store right down the street had such
Wild.
like a fire selection of popsicles.
No, dude,
I was
I've
there
never
like getting
seen
the
this before.
Jolly Rancher and Lifesaver, and I had Rocket Pops.
This is
I
not
literally was
a lie. He would sit.
No, I did like 12 popsicles a day.
He would do back to back to back to back.
Like three or
yeah,
four back to
like
back.
3, 4 to back to back.
And I
to
like
back to
bit
back.
them, like I bit it all like it was glass. It was
Yeah, it
hard.
was
It didn't
like-
matter. It was like a fucking troll under the bridge.
It was so crazy.
Like I'm hurting my teeth.
Yeah, and
I'm getting a headache.
I was so sick that all I could
Big
really eat was
freezies too,
popsicles.
bro.
Yeah,
Big freezies
remember. I remember you're going to like the ghetto ass corner store and you're buying them out of popsicles. You were buying all the popsicles they had, anything that they could have. You were like Rockets. You had SpongeBob. I remember you had like a SpongeBob one. You were going like the full array. You could have opened your own ice cream truck. That's how much popsicle ice cream you had going on at the house. It was wild. 2018.
Yeah, I love that corner store. Was sick. I
That
love
was
that.
crazy, dude. So that's how I've been living my life. And so when I resurfaced to eat real food, I had decided to go to McDonald's. I was going to get a McFlurry. I'm like, you know what? Let me have some real food, not just ice cream and popsicles. And so I went and had.
So you got a McFlurry and
I
French
got a
fries?
McFlurry and then I got a large French fry because I feel like a burger would have just been too hard to.
Bro, I feel like you're a
process.
1950s like schoolgirl, like from Greece.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's some like that. Did someone bring it to your window on roller skates?
I wish. No, I had
You
to
had
go back.
like a-
I had to
you
go
had a
back because they
milkshake
put
and a
they put
French fry?
plastic. They put plastic in my McFlurry. I had to go and circle back around the drive-thru and return it.
You're so annoying. Just eat it. It's like,
No.
how do you even notice it?
What
Just
do you mean
eat
they
it.
put plastic in it?
Whatever they did in the process,
They
you know,
put plastic
mix
in
it.
your balls
You know,
too,
they
buddy.
mix it. And
You're
they have,
full
like,
of microplastics
You
in
know,
your
they have
nut.
like the plastic top.
Yeah.
Like
Sky only knows the bottom, bro.
and the corner was like off, and I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, they just whatever. They gave me like a shitty top, and then I was like eating, and then I was like, oh, what's this hard?
You got a
foreign
shitty top. You
substance?
wanted sloppy top.
Yeah, Haktua, man. And they wanted to.
So wait,
Like,
some of your
Haktua.
some of
Haktua, man. Haktua, man. Hell yeah,
So-
dude. Hawk to it, man.
Some of your McFlurry lid was in the McFlurry.
In the McFlurry sauce.
So you returned it,
So
even
you
though
did
you
it
had the
yourself.
lid. So you
You do it
find
yourself.
you find plastic in the McFlurry. You
Yeah.
have a plastic lid.
No, I
for
found
your
it in
McFlurry
my
with
mouth.
a piece missing.
That's like, yeah, pieces missing. Yeah.
Okay, and now that piece you found it,
Donnie,
and
this
now
is-
you went and returned.
This
the
is
McFlurry?
progress, Donnie. You should understand something. I got the McFlurry with the broken lid in the past. Automatic toss in the garbage. Something's been happened to my McFlurry. Instead, I'm like, oh, it's all good. Probably just like a fucked up top. Who cares? And I went and ate it, and then I had plastic in my mouth. Didn't freak out. I was like, hey, well, I paid.
Didn't freak out.
I paid inflationary prices for this.
I love how you want credit for not freaking out
Donnie,
that a piece of the plastic.
Have
lid
you
that
seen
you're
any of the
holding
videos
was
of
a
Being
people at
vulnerable
fast food
about a
restaurants?
mental illness right now. Though.
Yeah, have you seen?
Being
have you
vulnerable
seen-
about a mental illness. Have you ever seen this guy leave his apartment in like 2004?
Yeah, it was like a 20-minute ordeal.
I did actually. I did. I brought him to.
Yeah,
fucking,
you know how many times my gas stove was not on? A lot, man. A lot
I
of
can't
times.
believe you had a gas stove to begin
Right,
with.
he'd be going to leave and he'd be putting his hands on the stove and he'd be like, hot stove, cold on my hand. That means I turned it off.
Click, click, click,
That
click,
means
click,
I
click,
turned
click,
it off.
click, 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 and then eventually.
Yeah,
you know.
I used to work at a restaurant with a dude like that, and we would close together. And this guy would like open the fucking drawers in the kitchen to make sure no one was hiding inside them.
No, I never was worried about people hiding. I was more worried about.
No, but it was part of the tasks of closing is to make sure there's not like someone chilling in the bathroom or something.
This is where at a
And
restaurant.
and this guy would
But you
open
know,
the
you understand
drawers.
what's going on, right? It's a restaurant. The guy's on coke. That's everyone that works at restaurants on coke.
No, this guy would
Yeah, that's
also
that's
flick
coke
the
shit,
lights.
bro. He's like fucking
that's-
looking out. I bet he's looking out the blinds from the manager's office. Like, like he's like looking at the blinds.
He's
Yeah.
putting the tinfoil on the windows.
Well,
Where are we at right now?
We are at United
McDonald's.
States of America, Tennessee. They just rolled out the Pizza Hut buffet. It's $24.99. Are you going?
Absolutely not.
Then you're gonna have to go
sorry,
back to the
sorry.
hotel by yourself.
One time. I'll go because
one
we're on a
one
trip.
time.
yeah, that price it's a one shot deal.
Yeah.
14.
I don't want you coming, bro. This guy's gonna come and be mad.
$16.99?
He's gonna be mad about how the pizzas look.
They're
him,
going to
not
be
me.
pretty.
You're gonna get the pizza
skim-plated.
buffet and get mad that there's Pizza Hut at the
No,
pizza
that
buffet.
crispy oily bottom. That was always fucking. So good.
Yo, his name
Bro,
is
better
Carlos.
make that a T-shirt, dude. His name's Carlos. Yeah, but his dick's bigger than yours.
Carlong.
What do you guys think about this?
Pizza Hut buffet, it's dope. What?
No, this pufferfish cup of noodle in Japan.
Do you remember what's
Fluffer,
interesting?
I
By the
hardly
way,
know
guys,
her.
By the way, this pufferfish, the fugu, which is potentially poisonous delicacy, can cost $125. You can get the flavor for a fraction of the price with Japanese instant noodles.
Not that instant.
No way they're
Let
using
me
real
tell you
extract.
something. I don't know if you remember this, but you remember the company, the company Mischief? They
Yeah.
sold like shoes with blood in it and other shoes with holy water in it.
Yeah,
No.
they canceled those
Well,
ones, but yeah.
Yeah, but they sent me a briefcase with fish. Sorry, the ghost made me say that. They sent a box, like a briefcase with 3 flavors of chips inside, and there were 3 illegal foods.
Okay.
Fugu was one,
Which is
was that like
pufferfish.
the pufferfish, the
Okay.
poisonous pufferfish, and the other one was what's the word called?
One was like a dirty feet or something.
No.
Keep
It was
talking.
stuff like that. It was kasu marzu, which is maggots, which are fried and eaten in places in the world. But
and the third one was dog.
and the third one was Jewish joy you'll skein.
Jew eggs.
Get the fuck out of here. Horse meat.
Oh, none of those are
Yeah.
illegal.
Horse meat, fugu, and kasu marzu. The whole thing was that they were horse meat banned since 1847. The fugu flavor was actually designed by
For us,
Mythical Kitchen.
gay us.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Nice try with that.
Fuck us, gunas.
Bunch
That
of
sounds
fucking
like
guys over here.
like a Latin name for me. He's a
Fuckus
fuckus gunus. He's a fuckus gunus.
From the Jewish genus.
Stop it. Stop. You gonna stop it or what?
No,
I'll tell the prime minister and he's gonna come and yell at you.
Bro.
You little fucking, and what are you gonna do? Eh?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Casu marzu, Sardinian maggot, pecorino is illegal everywhere. What are you saying anyways that none of that's illegal, bro?
Oh, I don't know. You could buy a horse at the grocery store here.
In Montreal.
Yeah,
Montreal.
Yeah.
So buy a horse at the grocery store, dude.
Would you do? Would you
Fucking
eat
prime
blowfish?
minister's gonna do it.
Would you do it?
Blowfish or pufferfish?
Pufferfish.
No,
sorry.
I didn't want to. I had these bags of chips. I didn't even want to open them and try them. I didn't even want to smell them. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't find it.
Don't then.
I did
Well,
it.
like this pufferfish, you have to train 2 years just to be allowed to prepare it. But this is like in Japan. They do this in Japan. They're way more deadly than us. And yeah, because of the poison is it's a real thing. Like you can definitely die. People have died in the last year eating pufferfish, and like in America, they're like, oh, here
people
we'll,
probably
we'll
died
really
in the last year
chip.
eating.
In Japan,
People probably
like,
died in the last year eating Cheez-It Taco Bell.
yeah, that's from heart disease, not from poison or toxins. But in America, they're like, here's a really hot chip. It's really spicy. Here you go. And in Japan, they're like, here's something that could kill you. What do you think? In noodle form. Pretty sick.
Can't even be that good, I bet.
No, that's what I thought. People, I don't understand the appeal of it. I actually was thinking about this the other day about spicy food, like how obsessed people. I saw spicy Coca-Cola. There's like all these spicy concepts that are out there. And I know some people who love spice. Like they want like painful spice. And I'm like, this is the worst call. It doesn't taste like anything. You're not making it taste better. Your mouth just burns significantly more. So what the fuck is the point of it? Like, yeah, some spice is interesting in a meal. I don't get the obsession with super, super, super spicy food. I don't understand it. Do you understand? Does it make sense to you? Because I don't get it.
Some people get down like
It's
that.
like they're trying to prove a point. They're like, oh, I'm so sick, I can eat the spiciest food. It's like, I don't care. Like, why don't you enjoy your food instead? What's up with that?
If you're unaffected by it,
It's a flex?
then it is a flex. I was gonna say if you're unaffected by it, like there's food that I have that's spicy, and if I have it without the spice, it doesn't taste as good. It doesn't mean that more spice
Like
it gets
wings
better
or
and
something?
better and better. But like there is food where like it needs a certain level of spice to it, like Thai Express pad Thai. If I ever had that not spicy, it's not good.
Sure.
And I've had it too spicy before, and too spicy was better than not spicy at all still. And it bothered me because it hurt.
Like a hot chicken
yeah.
sandwich. People love hot chicken sandwiches. They take it to when you go to the extreme level, it's not enjoyable.
Yeah, you're just burning your mouth off.
I don't get it. I don't understand. But it's so popular.
Marlon loves eating spicy food, but Marlon, he likes to flex, you know?
Oh, he
likes to flex on people. And not intentional, but when I was editing Epic Meals when we came back to Montreal, he had like mashed up a whole fucking super spicy thingy. And like I put like 2 bites in it, like epic meal time. But he really like the footage was he dominated this whole spicy thing solo.
And you didn't put enough focus
then
on
in the
it.
eating segment, it's like I take 2 bites, Amir takes 2 bites, he takes 2 bites. But like really like I do have all of him eating all of it on camera.
Yeah.
But he's unaffected he's not affected by that stuff.
Here's what I wonder about spicy food like that. Like you can eat it and handle it. But is the damage still being done on a physical level somewhere to like your stomach lining or something? It's like you can.
Like, are you saying, are you getting hurt more?
I don't mean, well.
Oh, even though he's good with it,
it's
like it's still doing the same damage to his tummy as it would to mine?
Exactly. You know how like if you get like, I'm just saying if you get like frozen at the dentist or the doctor and then like bite your tongue and like you don't know, like you still fucked up your tongue. So if eating spicy food is kind of bad, can cause ulcers and shit like that, but you can handle a lot of spice, are you still driving that ulcer into you, or it's like, oh, you're unaffected by it at multiple levels?
I think you're still driving.
Maybe one of the geniuses that listen to this podcast will let us know in the comment section.
I really don't get why. It's like a little bit of spice, but why do people take it to the extreme? And spice is like, I mean, it's got to be the theme of.
Let me position this entire thing in a different way for you.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Imagine someone was like, so you're you're in your 30s and you go to the gym and you're fit and you're good, you got, very healthy, tip-top shape, why do you have to go and keep putting on muscle? Why do you need to have your rear delts sculpted and popping? Why do you need to have your lats like wings? Like, how unnecessary is that? You're not serving anything better for yourself. You're going to have a harder time wiping your ass. What's the point? Right? And it's like, well, you're a bitch, bro.
I don't like this analogy at all. I hate it.
Is you hate it because it's a good one, right?
No, I don't think it's that good.
I knew you would say that it's not a good one, but I think it's a perfect analogy.
I don't think so.
It's a dude doing a dude thing and going above and beyond that he needs to do.
I think people are
because there's a little bit of
like
a flex.
They think
but there's
it's
a flex.
good taste.
Yeah,
like, this
people that put on a lot of muscle think it's a fun activity.
So you think it's just performative? That's it. People are eeating all that spice. Like, I'm going to get the full.
Do you think putting a lot of muscle on is just performative?
It could be fun. It could be functional. Much more functionality in the spiciest meal possible. That's
eating is functional too. Like,
not when you're burning a fucking hole in your stomach. Definitely not.
Well, not when you're fucking blasting your biceps, doubling your weight to be super strong.
I
think they're the same thing. I get it. I think they're the same thing. Listen, I'd much rather fucking be jacked.
I just don't get this psychology. I don't
sucking down Dave's hot chicken.
I don't understand the psychology, and I don't.
You do understand the psychology. I think that was my analogy.
No, but what I don't get about Harley is that it's so popular. It's not that. It's like spice, like super spice is like people love that. It's like so popular. I find that
people like to push their limits. There's it makes sense. Like things like the trend of having that super hot chip and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But that's for content. That has nothing to do with it.
But then I see people people give that chip to their dad and their dad eats it and doesn't think anything of it.
But then some kid died. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll bring on
some kid died from a chip.
Yeah.
Because he was allergic to it?
The one chip challenge. No, I don't know what happened. I that's a headline. That's me pulling up a headline and not reading into the story.
Hello, Amir.
A kid died.
Hello, Amir, with every single movie headline ever. Amir always tells me, he'll call me up and tell me something, and I'll be like, "Was that just like a headline that you just read?"
No, this kid.
And he's like, "Bro, did you hear that Doctor 52 was on a beach and he?"
No, it's actually a 14-year-old. A 14-year-old died from cardiopulmonary arrest after eating the Packy one chip challenge. I think they took it off the show.
Whoa!
Isn't that wild?
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, Pete. That's sad, man. I don't like that story at all.
So died from the chip, ate a chip, went into cardiac arrest.
He ate the one chip.
You're not sadder about a kid dying because you had a kid, by the way, than me. I'm equally as sad. I understand that you have a kid, but it doesn't mean that I'm not equally as sad about a kid that died than you. I could tell the way you said it. Like you were thinking I won't understand that because I don't have a kid. I do understand.
You don't understand.
And it is terrible. And I knew it. I knew that you thought that. I'm more of a
Harley, I'm more
sympathetic person than you. So trust me, I know.
Harley.
I'm sadder than you with this.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about this copper
pizza
drop?
buffet? It's chill. What?
What do you think about this copper drop?
Kind of copper drop. You got a bucket hat. It's the pizza. It's the
Cheez-Its
Pizza Hut. The Pizza Hut chant. The pizza.
Cheez-Its Ranch collabo.
Hold on, that was the craziest. Everyone's saying.
Cheez-Its Ranch collabo.
Fighter and the Kid.
Cheez-Its Ranch. Cheez-Its. Hold on. Cut.
You see him talking here? You see him talking? Crazy because he's talking and you're talking also.
Cheez-Its Ranch collabo.
Yes. Cheez-Its Ranch collabo.
Copper drop.
Pop it, I guess. Either eat. Bite or night.
That's a good segment. Bite or night, huh?
That sounds like something like Amir would do, and he's like nighttime, bite time.
Yeah. Bye or bye.
Bite or night.
They're just to let you know what they said. They said they've seen fans make.
You love telling me what they fucking said. With this asshole that works in fucking Hidden Valley.
Yeah, you know what your
boy
what
did my boy say?
We've seen fans mixing up their own blend of ranch seasoning dusted Cheez-It crackers on social
Don't
media.
ever say dusted again.
That's what I'm saying. They're taking dusted from us.
We've seen no, but that's what's crazy.
So we knew
We're
creating the
double
perfect blend of cheesy and zesty flavors together was essentially to satisfy their craving.
They're still
Who
out
the
here
fuck
saying
has been
zesty.
doing this on social
But wait,
media?
wait,
been doing
well,
ranch?
AI now. Now it's AI. But this is what's crazy. They say zesty flavors. You know, dude, no one's trying to have zesty flavors in 2024. You know,
And they're
zesty
talking about
flavors like
they're bragging about they're literally bragging about being single dusted also.
yeah.
Ranch
Yeah,
has been doing the
seasoning
most,
dusted.
dude. Ranch is like they got ice cream. They did ranch collabo. Now they're doing a Cheez-It collabo. Like Cheez-It, like
You get that ranch bucket hat. You get that Hidden Valley bucket hat.
I should. What's in
You get
between
that
eat or eat
Cheez-It
or
belt?
like cop or drop? It's like cop drop or I guess.
Shut them down, open up shop.
It's like sure, like cop drop sure. How about that? Like that's how I
What
feel
are you
about
talking?
it.
Wait, hold on. I'm very confused. What are you saying?
So like I
you
look at
say?
this, I look at a Cheez-It and like
Yeah.
I'm so like don't like you said like if it shows up on the table and it's just there,
yeah.
I'm like
yeah.
I'll eat it like whatever. I'm not thinking about it. It's like I don't feel.
You're not going out.
Sure,
to
I'm not
get
like
it.
I don't like I need cheese. I'm not going to this room like I need.
But
cheese.
what would even make you be like, oh shit, that's at the store now? I'm gonna get in the car and go get it. What collabo would you need?
Me personally, I'm trying to think of one recently where I caught.
Biscoff Nutella.
You know what? Like I would be pretty excited about copying the out of respect for the Slurpee and
Biscoff Slurpee.
the
Huge.
Slurpee what do you call it?
The Slurpee Turpee.
The Slurpee cone. You know what I'm talking about? The Slurpee cone.
Yeah,
I love
the
Slurpee
drumstick.
cone.
That Slurpee drumstick collabo. Like I go cop
Slurpee
that.
drumstick?
Out of
What are you talking
respect for
about? Ice
Slurpee.
cream and
You weren't
Slurpee?
here, I don't
Yeah,
think.
you missed it. You died on that episode. Yeah, you missed that episode.
And now we know you didn't listen either.
Yeah, fucker.
Of course I had. That guy like the best was in there.
Oh.
But wait, what is it? Tell me about this.
Yeah.
We literally
Tell me
already
about this bullshit, bro.
It's Slurpee and Drumstick did a collabo. Where
They did?
They made a drumstick with the blue raspberry Slurpee flavor in it with vanilla ice cream.
And so what? It just had like a little core
The
that was like a little bit of.
swirl around the sides of
It's
it
like a syrup.
is blue raspberry. But like out of respect for the Slurpee drumstick, that's a good collabo. I fuck with ranch cheese. I'm just saying like sure I'll
A
have it.
Biscoff drumstick's better than that.
Oh. Based.
Maybe.
Based.
Maybe.
Is that based or not?
Donnie, you
yeah.
popping or dropping?
On this Cheez-It?
Yeah, you
don't
eating
give a
or
fuck.
yeeting?
It's more appropriate than ice cream, but I don't really give a fuck about either product. So you're right that we need a word between.
Are you
pop and
tasting or wasting?
drop. I'm tasting.
He's tasting, huh? Liar. Okay, a couple other big stories that came out. Just want to shout out Arby's again for the only reason to say that
Barbie Bornstein.
the customer satisfaction
Arby
rankings-
Morbenstein.
the customer satisfaction rankings just dropped for all fast food restaurants, and would you know, Arby's is top 4. Crazy, top 3 in fact. Chick-fil-A is number 1.
I mean, they have the meat.
You just being like, yo, shout out to Arby's. Satisfaction ranking came back in. Arby's is 4th.
3rd actually. Sorry.
To any normal person
how's it
listening,
third
like
now?
imagine how imagine it's like you're at a party or an event, cocktail event party.
And you bang on your glass. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, that's crazy. That's literally me. I could be doing that
Yeah.
and get paid a couple $1,000s to be there. But you just go up to a bunch of people talking and you're like, hey, customer satisfaction rankings just came in. Shout out to Arby's. They're 3rd.
You would leave a they'd remember you, that's for sure.
That's
And then you take out your key and you have a bump on. You go,
I'll tell you something, all this
who do you think is first? Before you answer, you still think Pepsi's the number 2 soda in the country, don't you?
I'll tell you something, all
You should
this
have
food
seen
news.
me.
That's
I was in Los
until
Angeles.
Icy called
I was in
drumstick.
Hollywood, California, getting sucked off by a girl for once. Okay. And you should have seen me dropping that. I was like, oh, yeah, Pepsi is, for the first time since the 80s, is not the number 2 soft drink in the USA. People are always like, I'd be like, yes. Guess. Nope. Dr. Pepper.
No, it's not Canada Dry. It's Dr.
No,
Pepper.
Canada Dry is top 10.
And then I was like this. I was like, no, it's literally Dr. Pepper. And then I pull out a key and I'm like,
I still prefer
do you have
Fresca.
a podcast? One time I was standing in the elevator with a buddy, and this young black kid came in.
Whoa.
And it's important to the story.
Okay.
And he came in, and I was like, "What's up?" No, I didn't do that. He came in, and he was like, he looked at us and me and my buddy, and he looked us up and down.
Like, where's Donnie?
And we didn't say anything, and he went, "You got a podcast? You look like you have a podcast." And I was like, "Oh, well, yes, I do." He's like, "I knew it." And I was like, "Well, I also stream and vlog." But it was really like just such a diss, because any hairy mid-30s white man's probably talking on a microphone
in cargo shorts.
But how many of those motherfuckers are talking about the customer satisfaction rankings and how Arby's is
Not
third
a single
place?
person. That's why we're number one, dude. That's why we're
Number one.
And
in
you're
food
making
space.
fun of this. You're making fun.
Am I, or am I making this fun?
No, you're taking the piss out of this specific story. And I
Well, who put the piss in it?
I
I want to know who put the piss in it. I'm sitting here. I want to taste it, but I'm not going to taste it if there's a piss in it.
My research has
My. You hear this fucking guy? My prime minister. My money spent on his gas.
Do you know how many times I've dropped factoids in the last like fucking 6 months on people where I hit them? You were in LA.
You're loaded, but you're fully loaded
so
with
many.
factoids for people.
So, oh, you heard? Oh, Ranch? Oh yeah, Ranch made an ice cream. Yeah. No, they come.
You're like, are you quoting? Are you quoting like these people? Like you quoting Cara Trag-Seiler, the senior brand director for Cheez-It?
Yeah. I'm like,
pretending
that
it's your quote.
No, I go like, oh yeah, according to QSR magazine, this is what they said.
You're like, yeah, Cheez-Its. Yeah, no, they
$5
saw
value
fans
menu?
mix. They
Got a
saw
few takes
fans.
on that.
Yeah, they saw fans mixing up their own blend of ranch seasoning, dusted cheese, and
Yeah.
crackers on social media.
Dusted.
So they knew creating the perfect blend of cheesy and zesty. I can't stop sucking this ranch.
Listen, I gotta live the podcast, man. I gotta be out there pushing the narratives. You know,
Be
Who else
careful,
is gonna
dude.
do
You got
it?
sick. You got sick,
I
though.
did. I got overworked, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Too
but
many-
so I'm curious though about overworking.
It's a lot of work.
You got a
pushing
snack today or
podcast
what?
With 1 foot.
No. I had to. I went to the doctor and he was like, "You gotta chill, dude."
Yeah, but so what do you got? Pull out a fucking apple or something in your fridge. Go pull out
No.
something and
I
eat
actually
it,
find it
bro.
hilarious.
No,
He's been
water.
drinking that glass
Water,
of water,
dude.
Yeah.
And you're painting your nails now. What
This
are
is
you, Prime
rever-
Minister
this
of
is
Canada,
rever-
dude? This guy's painting his fucking nails,
This is
dude.
reverse-
What are you
coverage.
fucking-
I could. No, I
No, I'm
slammed,
curious now. Painting your nails. He's Prime Minister of Canada.
no,
Going
I
to see a movie?
slammed a door on my finger.
Did you really?
Yeah, we covered this last podcast.
We covered this with the drumstick.
Yeah, I also.
That last week's podcast was fire.
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
people were
People
like,
are big mad. See, Harley gets sick, and me and Lynch like limp through a podcast, but Lynch gets sick, and we miss a week.
I was also gone. I was in Hollywood, California.
Yeah, no,
No.
I'm the linchpin to this entire.
We need
operation.
to open with an apology at the top.
Yeah,
Let me get my ukulele. What? I mean, we could sit here and speculate on this or that. The cold hard facts is Pizza Hut buffet is coming back.
shout out to their family.
Shout out to their family. I'll drive out to Toronto, hit up that pizza buffet. I'll hop in the fucking Prime Minister's PJ, suck down some pistachio burrito with a banana between my butt cheeks in the cockpit. All right, listen, thanks for hanging out, guys. Big Lynch holding it down. Donnie Ducats on the ones and
buddy.
twos. Shout out to Long John Silvers. And you guys, hey, leave a rating, a comment. We read all of them. Check out the subreddit r/epic mealtime.